here with Lee and Jessica, and of course Miss Baya. And congratulations, you're graduating today, finishing up your home lessons. So tell me, Baya is a year old now. So we started, remember how old she was when we started?
I think she was maybe 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, she was teensy tiny, maybe 10 or 11 weeks.
Yeah.
So why did you call for training with such a young puppy?
We didn't know what to do with a puppy.
Okay.
I mean, she was our first dog that we really had together. We've had dogs outside, but they've been other people's or just been little obstinate chihuahuas that were untrainable.
Okay.
Hated everyone.
Okay.
But with Baya, we wanted to make sure that we had a well-trained, well-behaved dog, and did a little bit of research and found out that you were in the area and were highly regarded, so we gave you a call.
Give it a shot. Do you remember, Jessica, some of the fears you had about Baya as a puppy?
Yes. I was terrified that she wouldn't listen to me.
Right.
Or that she would love him more.
Right.
And that it was frustrating, just not knowing what to do or what she wanted.
Right.
Or how to communicate with her.
Right. So tell me, how did it mean to you? Okay, you had private lessons, but then you were able to come to a class for no additional cost. Did that make a big difference to you?
Yes.
What did the classes do for Baya?
Socialization.
And, yep.
It was a huge thing for her because, and for us, because the first time that we did actually try to socialize her or go somewheres with other dogs and people, she wouldn't listen to us because there was so much going on that we couldn't get her to focus on us. And so we knew that if she got out, it would have been over.
Right.
And so while she was perfect at home most of the time, it wouldn't have mattered in the long run because if she got out.
What would you have done?
Right.
Correct. Okay, so what about the training have you liked the most, or what have you enjoyed?
All of it.
All of it?
Yeah.
Just getting a better connection with the dog.
Bonding with her?
That
Absolutely.
body language, learning what she needs versus what she wants.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
And then the classes as well.
Classes.
Yeah, it's really a combination of the both. You can't just do one or the other.
Yeah, because it's a lifestyle thing.
And if you do just the classes, you have to go home and do the homework every day, or it's not going to make a difference.
Well, speaking of the homework, was it hard?
Yeah.
No?
No,
Did we
a
do
game for her and a game for us?
Yeah,
I love it. It was a
and
game.
it tire her out too, so
Yeah.
she could go to bed after.
So the training really wasn't difficult?
No.
How important was it to you, or was it a comfort to you knowing that you could contact your trainer anytime you had a question?
Yes.
Yes. Do you remember? Do you remember the crate incident at night?
She won't go in her kennel. She would sit, literally, roam around or run. We would try to grab her. She'd haul butt and run away, and so we were like,
or just trying to figure out why she wasn't sleeping through the night.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
About not sleeping through the night, and so
Just keeping the TV on.
Yeah, we talked about it over the phone.
Yeah.
So tell everybody what you guys were doing. Y'all thought you were helping her. What did you do at night?
Well, during the day, we would leave the TV on for her, and we still do that, so she has company, and but we would also leave it on all night long too.
She wasn't sleeping.
No, and we didn't put two and two together.
Right. I never forget that. So, because remember you called and you're like, well, so I'm trying to picture it, and so we'll turn the TV off. So we turned the TV off. She went to sleep. No problem.
Yeah, no problem after that at all.
Okay. So what's one thing you've learned through the schooling with Baya that you're never going to forget?
There's so many things.
Patience.
Good.
Which I think was my number one.
Oh yeah, you wanted it yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it does not work like that.
Cause she's still a baby. Yeah. Yeah. She's not even a year old.
Reminding herself of that. While she has done amazing and has been one of the smartest in her class, she's still a dog.
She's a puppy. Yeah, she's still a puppy.
Yeah.
I think it's so very important for everybody to remember. So do you think it benefited you starting her so young as a puppy versus waiting till she was a little bit older to go to classes?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Really? How's that?
Absolutely.
or any bad habits that she would have picked up in those 3 or 4 months beforehand. She didn't have a chance to even learn any of those, and we didn't have a chance to learn any of those.
Good point. Good
So
point.
it helped us very early on to figure out how we needed to act around our dog, to help us train the dog so that she could act the way that we wanted her to act.
Very good. Very good.
Right.
So what would you tell to somebody who's thinking about giving away their dog because it's just acting so bad? What would you tell them?
Well, first of all, I would tell them to grow up.
Okay.
And then second of all, because that has a lot to do with it, you know, training a dog is like having a child, you know, in a lot of aspects, and you have to be responsible and patient and all of those things with them because they're learning. And,
Right.
you know, I would tell them to call Kathy.
Okay.
And then I'll give them your number.
So I mean, there's so training works. You highly recommend it.
Absolutely.
But is dog world and human world the same?
No.
No, totally different. Totally different. And of course, being a young couple, you're expecting you're going to be having a family eventually, and so you want to be sure you had a dog who get along with your children.
Right.
Yeah, because she
Right.
is a part of your family. She's not leaving.
No.
Good.
No, and you know, a lot of people do make that mistake as well. And so,
Which
they
mistake?
may want a dog for the wrong reasons.
Correct.
Or not understand what it means for them to own a dog.
Correct. Correct. So what would you suggest to anybody else about training or anything with your dog?
just do it. It makes a world of difference between just owning a dog and having a pet.
I couldn't have said it better. That's perfect.
It really does. You get to really, and our family too was, well, what's the point if you can't play with her? You can, and it's in a responsible way. But there's a difference between knowing that my dog is safe and her knowing that she's safe as well.
Right.
With us is a big thing, and the training allows all of that, and you grow as a family and together. And if she gets out, I know that she's
come back.
protected.
Yeah, and she'll come back to you.
because of the bond that you create by doing the training.
Exactly. I'm all about the bond. I said that all about the bond. And that's not, you can't buy that. You have to earn it with your dog. And it's so cool. I love whenever you do the heel command with Hurley. The way she looks up at you, that trusting look. You can't buy that.
Right.
No, and
Isn't
it's
that
something that
priceless?
you don't get from the pet stores as well. It's more than just sit and circle. And,
yeah. This is all about everything.
This is, yes, definitely. And not only is the bond, but I mean, I know that if I put her into a stay and walk away,
Yeah, your dog's
she's
going
going
to
to stay there.
Yeah. And speaking of that, did it matter to you that I was a certified trainer and my experience and the I guess my track record, so to speak, did that make any difference with you?
Yes.
How's that?
Well, we felt we were in good hands.
Okay.
And the knowledge, I mean,
Well,
you know what you're doing.
and having the certification, it also gives us a level of assurity that you've gone through the process to know these are how dogs act. It's not just somebody off the street. I've raised dogs all my life, and
Yeah.
just because you've raised dogs all your life doesn't mean you know how to train dogs correctly
Exactly.
or to train people to have dogs.
Correct. And you made a good point about the body language too. Because you learned how to read Baya, you learned when she was comfortable, when she was nervous, you learned what's going on with her.
Especially meeting other dogs.
Yeah.
That's a huge part of the training and the classes, that you also learn how to read other dogs' body language.
Right.
And so whenever your dog is going to be in harm's way or is just safe, and
Right.
the dog just wants to. You learn her submissive ways, and just the body language is a huge thing to help us feel comfortable socializing her with other animals.
Well, does it matter that you can come to class for the life of your dog?
Yeah.
You'll be back.
Absolutely. We want to do them all.
Good. So, anything you want to recommend to anybody?
If you're even having a thought about doing
Call
the
Kathy.
training, just go ahead and do the training.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do
Because
it.
if you're thinking about it, and then you're thinking about it for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what you should be doing, is going to someone who has a good track record, who knows what they're doing, and is going to make sure that you have a well-behaved, well-trained dog and a good member of your family in the end of it.
Very good.
And I definitely recommend the private lessons.
Why is that? The price has
You know,
gone up since you started now.
Yeah, but it's worth it, especially whenever you have it for the life of your dog.
Yeah.
You can't beat it. It's way better to pay it up front than it is to do it all these times over the course of having your dog, paying all these fees to go to one of the pet stores and, you know, keep the training up if you're not learning anything. You know, with this, it's just so much better just to go ahead and do the private lessons because you get to go to the basic classes as well. You just get so much more.
Right.
Especially when you came here and you showed us how to make her comfortable in our home.
Right. Well, good. Well, thank you so much. So is a trained dog a happy dog?
Yes, and happy owners.
And happy owners, exactly. Well, thank y'all so very much, and I am so proud of you. And I'm really sad that our training's over. I'm sad the private lessons are over.
It's not. There's advance and
Yeah, but it was fun just to come sit and chill with you guys. I enjoy it too.
You're definitely part of the family.
Well, thank you for being responsible owners, and thank you for training your dog.
Thank you.